Hello everybody, Iain Robson, welcome back to FS19 Ravenport. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of Autoloader Magic. Alright, so here we have our Autoloader trailer, and let's go ahead and select our materials. We want to select pallets. Let's go ahead and turn the autoloader on, and let's just grab these pallets right here. And there you have it, Autoloader Magic. Nice when you have a whole heap of wool like this, and I'll show you the reason why in a second here. What will happen is, well, at least with wool, is you can take it to the sell point, and it won't actually sell. It won't actually sell off the trailer, which is kind of frustrating sometimes. So by having an autoloader, you can actually just choose to drop it right where you want it to. So I'll show you that in a moment. Alright, we are at the cell location. As you can see, there's this little grid beside me here. That's telling me where I'm going to unload this bunch of wool. I'm just going to get lined up here as best as I can. There we go. That should be good. Let's go ahead and unload it. And that's why the auto-loading trailers are amazing. Although that would have taken a lot longer with a forklift, just because you can sell some of them from the trailer itself, but not all of them. They don't just automatically sell like that, which is a bit frustrating. So that's the auto-loading trailer magic. Let me show you a little bit more magic here. Alright, time for some more magic. So here I have some egg boxes here. Let's go ahead and pick those up as well. These ones don't load nearly as nicely as the wool pallets do, but they still load, which is nice. There we go. Let's go ahead and make that turn just a wee bit wider here. As you can see, I got the combine rolling in the background there. And I'll show you this in a second as well. Alright, so here we are at the central grain elevator. And one of the many places you can sell eggs. I'm going to try and line up in the middle there. Perfect. And as you can see, I got the grid at the back this time. And let's go ahead and unload those eggs. And as you can see, it works for the eggs too. Not necessarily, not as great. I think the bunk, or the actual area is a bit smaller on these guys, but there you go. So it's about, we just made about $6,000 there, something like that, maybe a bit more than that. But there you go, a little bit of autoloader magic. Oh, I didn't find this specifically. I didn't make it either, FYI. Country Gaming actually found this particular trailer. It's actually not too bad. It looks pretty good too. Just a flatbed trailer with straps and everything on it, and it is indeed an auto-loading trailer, and multiplayer compatible too, which is a bit surprising because sometimes that is a bit of a. Usually you can find something for single player pretty quickly, and then when you try to find something for multiplayer, sometimes you'll find problems trying to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload this combine because it looks like it's probably needs to be unloaded here momentarily. Yeah, not quite yet. No, it's at 80% already. So let's go ahead and grab this right here. There we go. And so basically, I just put a dolly on the front of that trailer. So you could definitely use a semi truck or a tractor trailer, whatever you want to call it, tractor, Peterbilt, whatever. You can definitely use that as well. I just happened to use a tractor because that's all I had. Although I probably could buy a semi-truck now if I really wanted to. There we go. Unload the combine there. Excellent. Yeah, so that's how you sell all your wool and all your eggs in a hurry, basically. Alright, we can just drop that there. And let the combine, it'll finish up the rest of that field before it needs to be unloaded again. It's soybean, so it's not too bad here. Let's go ahead and move this trailer back to where we found it. Also, to answer your question, it works with a variety of materials. Let's go ahead and here. So it can work with cotton, pallets, large square bales, small square bales, 1.3 meter round bales, 1.4 meter round bales, 1.5 meter round bales, 1.8 mission pallets, lumber pallets, and egg boxes. So just about everything you need to work. Just about everything it needs to work with, basically. So, and you can always use it as a regular flatbed style trailer and just manually load should you wish to. As you can see, I've added a couple of solar panels here as well. This is going to become my solar farm area. Although, even though I have quite a few there, it doesn't look like I've made a lot of money. But if I were to go into the finances, you'll see that yesterday I made $137,000 apparently. It must have been a very sunny day. I think that's more in line with what it is normally. So that is one of the pluses of having the server run all the time with solar panels, at least. It adds up. It's consistent money, which is nice. So, and as you can see, I still have 2 bunkers right here full of silage that can be sold as well. There we go. Stop right there. Excellent. And let's go ahead, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and buy a wheel loader. I think for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons being, well, let's just take a look. So we have a couple options for wheel loaders if we want to go that route. This is the one I'll probably get, the New Holland one, just because I haven't really used it a whole lot. And when I used it, at least initially, I liked it. That's one option we could potentially use or potentially get. It's not super expensive. Or we take a look at some of the larger tractors. The 8Rs are $300,000. Starting horsepower of 290, so we would obviously just want the biggest one, so it's 450. So that is one of the options there, but it's $379,000, so it's an extra $100,000. Now, the other one I was looking to get eventually was this guy right here, which I think starts at yeah, this is a little bit less horsepower than the 8R, a little bit less. In configuration, you put the 1,000 kilograms of front weight on there, and you can go 3 meter or just regular standard, as you can see here. Those are your options. So could go that route as well. Either of those are options basically at this point. Alright, just finished unloading the combine there. We're just going to drop the center silo up here for the time being, I think. We don't need to sell it right away. We're not in desperate need of money right now. Well, that would take us up over 300,000 probably, but we'll just hold off for the time being. Another thing we need to do, of course, is fertilize the rest of the field. That's why we got the slurry spreader out there, just hanging out for the time being. There we go. Drop this off here. Excellent. Now we'll pick up our slurry tanker and finish up spreading the slurry. I'm just going to leave the trailer here, up here. Keep it out of the way. There we go. And let's grab our slurry tanker up here. I think this is empty. I don't think I filled it up last time I was using it. Alright, survey says empty. Okay, perfect. Now we still have some slurry left, or digested I should say, really, for the field. But we haven't run the BJ in a little while now, so we don't have a crazy. I think we have maybe 500,000 liters left. Let's check here. 630. Okay, we'll have more than enough to do the rest of this field. That's for sure. All right, just getting lined up here, and let's have at her. See if we can't get this field done. Should be able to at least. This is where the GPS mod would come into play. Would be nice because I wouldn't be overlapping nearly as much, and I could adjust it so I'm not. So normally I overlap by a little. I try to overlap by a little as possible, so to make the slurry as efficient as possible. But you end up not always going in straight lines, which creates problems. There we go. I think what we'll do is we'll do a strip down the side here, just so you can give ourselves a little bit more, a little bit of extra maneuvering space on the side over here. There we go. This is good, because that field is now owned by Spud, so I don't want to drive over it if I don't have to. No one likes that. Alright. There we go. Square off that side there. And then we got to line up for the next pass. Alright, just started that next pass here. Went and filled up between there. Figured I might as well. I was already halfway down there, so I figured I'd fill up and just hopefully make it one less trip. So, and like I said, this is where the GPS would be nice, so I'm not, you know, have lines like this that I'm coming up to where it's kind of, well, obviously I moved in somewhere, so I have a squiggly line. Although it doesn't make a difference really in the end, as long as it all gets slurried. And it's easy to kind of to see that because right here you have the chaff, and basically when you go over it with the slurry, it just disappears basically. So it makes it nice and easy to determine where you've been in this particular state. Now I'll still have to cultivate this under, because if I want, well, depends what I want to put in. If I want to put corn in again, if I want to put beans or sunflower or something like that, then well, not beans actually. I can do that with my other seeder. There we go. Make the turn. Now we should be able to get all the way back to the other side with 15,000. It takes about 15,000 liters per pass, it seems to be. And they still haven't set it up so you can pull directly from your BGA, unfortunately. Which isn't the end of the world, mind you, but it just seems to be in this particular game mode, which is like the farm manager mode. It just seems like you end up not being able to pull straight from your BGA. I think you can in the single player, although I honestly haven't played enough single player to know whether that's possible in 19 or not. Although I have no idea why they would take that functionality away from 17 to 19, but you know, stranger things have happened in the game. That's for sure. All right, almost finished this pass here. While 30 meters doesn't seem like very much, like you're actually doing quite a bit in one swath. That's why I have to reload so much. But you know, that's the name of the game, so to speak. There we go. 2,000 liters. We should be able to make the rest of this. Barely. Oh, that is pretty close. Just barely. Alright, let's get filled up here again. Alright, just finishing up the last pass here. This will be the last one, and then the whole field should be fertilized. Let's double check that. Yeah, this is just the last little bits there. And then once we get it seeded, it'll get the second level of fertilization there. So the question becomes, do you seed it with, well, what do you seed it with, I suppose? Could do corn again. Corn, I think, yielded us just under 1 million liters of silage, which is pretty good. Filled up both of the bunkers basically, so it was a pretty good choice for that why. Although it does have, there's more inputs involved in corn than there are in grass, of course. But let's get this little section right there we missed. There we go, perfect. All right, folks, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. My name's Iain Robson. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more FS19. I'll catch you guys later.